443.9%. That is Socket Mobile, a $2.10 Nasdaq microcap in one session, on a day when the S&P 500, the Nasdaq and the Dow all closed red. Three things we resolve: what actually moved that stock, why two biotechs lost about 90% each, and why energy ran nearly 4% while the indexes sagged. The tape was quiet on the surface. The S&P 500 finished at 7,753.5, down 0.06%. The Nasdaq Composite was the weak link at 26,605.36, off 0.32%. The Dow closed 53,975.98, down 0.11%. But volatility did not agree with the calm. The VIX rose 3.76% to 15.46. Underneath, Nasdaq sector breadth was actually positive. Energy-led, up 3.73% on average. Consumer cyclical added 1.16%. Consumer defensive 1.2%. Basic materials 0.86%. And communication services was the laggard at just 0.19%. So the index red came from the largest technology and communication weights, not from the average stock. CNN's Fear and Greed Index sits at 64, greed, but not euphoria. Story 1, 443.9% on a $2.10 stock. Socket Mobile's entire news file today is one partnership with 3i Technologies to expand industrial mobility solutions for Apple-based frontline operations. Add a board appointment on August 4th and a second quarter earnings call transcript from July 30th. That is it. A distribution partnership does not re-rate a company by more than 5 times in 6.5 hours. What re-rates it is a very small float meeting forced buying. The honest read: this is a mechanical squeeze, and the base rate for the TENX is that most of the move is surrendered within days. The fundamental disclosure has not changed. Story 2, negative 91.118%. Sionna Therapeutics closed at $4.50 after the company discontinued its 719 cystic fibrosis program following unfavorable clinical data. Management walked through it on a call this morning. Alongside it, Tenax Therapeutics fell 89.77% to $1.37.5 after its Phase 3 level trial of oral levosimendan missed its main goal in patients with heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. Same lesson, twice in one session. In single-asset clinical biotech, the readout is the entire company. 90% drawdowns are not tail risk here. They are the coin flip. Story 3, 3.73%. That is the average Nasdaq energy move, and it was the single largest sector gain on the board on a day the market went nowhere. Two catalysts sit directly in front of it. API crude oil stock change tomorrow evening against a prior build of 2.69 million barrels, and the OPEC monthly report on Wednesday. When energy front-runs supply data while the index leadership rests, that is rotation, not risk-off, which is consistent with a VIX that ticked up but stayed under 16. To the disclosure file, Senator Tommy Tuberville disclosed on August 5th 4 separate transactions, each between $100,000 and $250,000. 2 sales of Intel dated May 10th and May 13th of 2024. A sale of Cleveland Cliffs on May 13th, 2024, and a purchase of Freddie Mac on March 12th, 2024. Those trades are more than 2 years old. Senator Ron Wyden disclosed an exchange in Berry Global dated April 30th, 2025, filed August 9th. On the corporate side, selling dominated. Martine Rothblatt, chairperson and chief executive of United Therapeutics, sold 9,500 shares for $5,048,135 across 15 transactions on August 7th. Robert Mitchell at Globe Life sold 23,000 shares for $4,216,848. 2 Charles River Laboratories officers sold as well. One buy stands out. Clarivate director Kenneth Cornick purchased 900,000 shares for $1,671,500, roughly $1.86 a share. Earnings. No notable United States reports printed today, and this week's confirmed calendar is offshore. OPEC in Chile on August 13th, plus several Korean listings on August 11th. So the price-setting information is coming from analysts instead, and it is dislocated. H.C. Wainwright raised Innate Pharma's price target to $7 against a $2.19.5 price. Barrington cut Powerfleet to $10 from a $12 to $14 range, still 245% above the $2.89.5 quote. When targets sit triple the price, the target is stale, not bullish. Tomorrow, July existing home sales at 2 p.m. Eastern, estimated 4.04 million against 4.09 million prior, with the month-over-month expected at negative 0.7% after negative 2.4%. A slowing decline is the bull case. Then API crude inventories, the direct input to today's energy leadership. Today's theme, a flat index hiding violent single stock dispersion. Subscribe for tomorrow's data breakdown.